For this project, I studied the Ezra Jack Keats Book Award. This award is able to run because of the Ezra Jack Keats Private Foundation. When Ezra died, his will asked that his foundation use his book royalties for social good. His successors decided to focus their efforts on children because that is the part of society that was closest to his heart. They started with the New Writers Award in 1985, and then the New Illustrator Award in 2001, and most recently they have added an honors list in 2012. The purpose of this award is to recognize and encourage emerging talent in children's literature. The award hopes to encourage children to love reading and believe in themselves from an early age, and also to do social good with Keats Foundation. In order to receive this award, the authors and illustrators must not have more than 3 books previously published. The books for both awards must show universal qualities of childhood, a supportive family, and the multicultural form of our world. These books must also avoid all stereotypes and be respectful of the children reading them. To be respectful is defined by the Foundation as respecting all intelligence levels, sensitivity, curiosity, and trying to show the love of learning. For the New Writers Award, the book must also be an original story that has unified text and illustrations. The original story means that the book isn't like remaking an old story or retelling a folktale. And for the Illustrator Award, the illustrator must demonstrate command over their medium and display freshness and originality in their technique. The Committee of Deciding Partners is a committee of early childhood education specialists, librarians, illustrators, and experts in children's literature. This committee looks through submissions from the public and new artists that they have noticed for books that follow their guidelines and match their purpose. The books that have been chosen in the recent years for the awards and the honor category are all picture books. These books seem to be for young to middle-aged elementary school children. So the younger children would enjoy having these books read to them, and the older children would enjoy reading them on their own. I think this is key to show how they're working towards their goals to influence young readers to develop a love for reading. Most of these books are realistic fiction, and they are very diverse in race, but not in many other areas such as gender or class. There's only cisgender representations that I have seen, and most of the families in these books are middle to lower class families. For this project, I read the 2018 New Writers Award winner. However, that was not the only award it was given. It is also a Coretta Scott King Author Honor Award, a Coretta Scott King Illustrator Honor Book, a Newbery Honor Book, a Caldecott Honor Book, an Ezra Jack Keats New Illustrator Honor Book, and a Society of Illustrators Gold Medal Book. This book is about a little boy who goes to his barber shop to get his weekly haircut. While he is there, he talks through how he feels like royalty and how he's treated so well when he's at the barber and how that makes him feel inside. It also talks about after his cut is done, how it boosts his self-confidence and makes him feel so much better, and he's so excited to go show the new people at school tomorrow and all of those good things. The reason why I see that this book was recommended, and I also would recommend it, is because it does represent a minority community in the United States, but it's also relatable to most children. Most children have had a haircut, know how it feels to have a cool new do, and go show it off. So I think it's important that not only can other minority children see themselves in this book, but also so can other children. This led me to look for the availability in three libraries that I have access to. One being the Adair County Public Library, one being the Galesburg, Illinois Public Library, and one being the Pickler Memorial Library, which is located on Truman State's campus. In all of these, I found less than 50% of the last 10 years of award books in their library. None of them were pulled out or facing out for special attention. So in order for families and people who go to these libraries to find these books, they would have to stumble upon them. They're not easy to find, and if you don't know exactly what you're looking for, you probably would not find them. However, at Galesburg Public Library, you could interlibrary loan all of these books, and this showed me that these books that have been highlighted for their diversity are available in bigger urban areas, but not as available in rural areas. And I see a problem with this because children in all areas of the United States need to be able to see themselves in books. If you go through life and you only see your friends and peers represented in your books and never yourself, it'd be really hard to remember that you are important and that you deserve a place in your books and to be able to see yourselves in these books. So it is just as important that these diverse books are equally distributed across the United States rather just in urban areas. This led me to think about the success of this award. I do believe that this award has achieved their goal of choosing and putting a spotlight on diverse books. However, and they've also awarded great children's books. Like, all the books I read were so good. But since they're not well known, I feel like that's a downfall because, yes, they are highlighting these books, and for people who know about them, that's great. But for the people who don't, it's not spreading the word and showing these diverse texts to many people. I do think that it is important, though, for awards like this and other awards that focus on diversity, not just the majority of what is on children's shelves today, to continue to work to get these diverse books highlighted and given to many children in America. So I think it's important to continue to research and help promote these wonderful prizes in our local communities. All of the facts I have in this presentation were found on the Ezra Jack Keats Foundation website.